What would you want to ask if your mom or dad were in this room with us right now? What would you ask them?
Just, are you proud of me?
So proud of you. That is your dad's patting you on the back saying you've gone above and beyond, and your mom saying what a beautiful, wonderful mother you are. But forget mother, person, soul, they have a new appreciation of who you are. And I can tell you as a psychic, you're doing a great job.
Wow. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was awesome. That was great.
Yeah, it's powerful.
You guys have any other questions at all? Or?
I do. We have Christy.
Okay. Now, who's Christy?
Would you like me to tell you what she's here for, or do you want Rebecca to tell you what she's
Well,
here for?
I kind of want to have an idea, or don't give out all the information because I don't want it to seem to the listeners that Rebecca got the information from that. But somebody died in her life, obviously.
She lost 2 children.
Oh my God!
Oh man!
What do you do this to me for?
I don't do it. The letters pick themselves. I tell you that every time. The letters.
Can I ask you? This is your kind of personal time with Rebecca. What do you want to say to Ashley, and what do you want to say to Jordan?
Of course, I just want to know that they're okay, because it was so sudden in the car accident, and I was told that they were sleeping and they didn't know what happened. So I just want to know that they're okay.
So they are more than okay, and he just showed me. Before you said they were sleeping, I felt like I wanted to describe it to you like they were dreaming. It was painless. It was just like a floating, kind of like when you're dreaming. Peaceful. So what happened the minute they left their bodies upon impact?
Jordan did, and Ashley had a pulse, and they tried to rescue her, and she went into cardiac arrest. But I have a feeling that Jordan said, "Come with me.
Yeah.
We have to go together."
They
were
did.
very close.
Oh, I just got the chills. They did have to go together. It was part of their soul's agreement. One would not be okay without the other.
Right.
Though you are going to be okay, and you're strong, and you're living fully and choosing life each day redeems them and carries on their legacy. So keep showing up. Keep asking them for strength.
And randomly, Kim and I met at a country concert. I met her and her husband.
Yeah.
And she's trying to reach her husband who recently died.
We don't just all of a sudden know. And he's showing me he is open. He didn't know if he believed in life in the afterlife, but he does believe now.
100% true.
Right?
100% true.
And what he's showing me is, wow, was I wrong? Shaking his head. Like, all of our choices catch up with us. And he is sorry that he didn't listen better to you, or more, something about you guys were having a hard time. And that he's really sorry to have left on kind of a bad note. And that he owes you an apology. And that he wasn't strong enough to deal with a lot of it, and he didn't have the courage to own his part in it and communicate that to you in life.
Yeah.
And he's trying to free you of any guilt you're holding, because it's only going to hurt you and eat you up. And he said,
And we talk about the connection of your daughter. Will you tell the listeners about what happened when he died? Your daughter found him?
He came home from work, and I heard him come home from work. He worked 12 to 14-hour shift, and he'd come home anywhere between 3:30 and 4, and I heard him come home. And because we have a little dog, and anytime, little dogs, they go crazy. So I knew he came home because she jumped off the bed and woke me up. So I heard him take a shower. I heard him go downstairs to watch TV, everything. And I got up at 6:45 to get my daughter up at 7 for school. And I walked downstairs, and I knew he was sleeping because he'd always just say, "Wake me up so I can go to bed," because our daughter used to sleep with me, before, so he would work. He worked, so whenever I came home, I'd go downstairs, wake him up. It was like a everyday routine, constant routine. So I'd go downstairs and I'd tell him, "Honey, wake up, come on." And so she was downstairs and she was like, "Daddy, wake up." And he was such a deep sleeper. Like, he would sleepwalk. So I threw water on him, and he didn't wake up. And I'm like, and I was touching him, and I felt him, and he was cool. He wasn't cold, he was cool. So anywhere between like 5 and 7 a.m. when I found him, and she's like, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Honey, I don't know, Daddy's sleeping." And she's like, I think Daddy went to heaven, Mama." And I said, "Maybe, honey, maybe." And she says, please, get,
what he's telling me to tell you is she is the oldest soul of the three of you, and
She is an old soul.
she's the angel messenger who told you what she already knew, and her mind was catching up to speed with that. And so don't feel bad, okay? Your kids have a sneak peek at what they're signing up for, and they are strong enough to handle this, right? And so that they're resilient. She will be fine. Your son will be fine. And I know as a mom, you want to protect them.
Last night my son saw a picture and I tried to get it off of my computer quickly, but he'll be 3 this coming November. And he said, Daddy, he's like, where are you? And he was screaming, and Daddy, where are you? And I lost it last night. I called her last night, I couldn't even catch my breath.
Well, he is with you, and he is with them, and he will do what he can to keep them feeling his presence so that they don't feel a complete abandonment. And you are doing a great job of showing up and carrying on, and you have to stay strong for them.
Rebecca, any messages that you can give to the children that maybe one day we can have them hear?
Yes. So he's showing me your son, and it's like little him. And
It is.
right?
Twins.
They look
Oh,
alike.
twins.
And he's showing me looking at baby pictures of him and
Twins.
putting one in the son's bedroom to remind him of who his dad is. And that when you read books to them at night, read the book. What book did he used to read the kids? Read to the kids. The youngest is your son.
Yes.
Him. I feel like Peter Pan. Like that's what I want to say, because your husband's like Peter Pan.
He was a child, so he would read anything off their little
I'm
tablets.
just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
If your son wants you to read Peter Pan, you know why. Your daughter is such an old soul. He keeps showing me this fairy with wings. Did she want a cat? Did she just say she wanted a kitty cat? Or does she have a stuffed cat? He's showing me these pointy ears. Halloween is what I feel like.
A cat for Halloween.
Yes.
Somebody gave her a cat.
Instead of candy, the lady gave my daughter a stuffed
cat.
animal cat.
That was from
Instead
your
of-
husband.
Instead of
Candy, and that was from your husband. And she needs to put that by her bed and remember Dad's like this, angel watching over
That's
her.
right. You're
I
right.
just seen
Yeah.
the picture.
The cat.
The spirits will use other people as messengers and gift us things, and that happened because
Oh my
of
gosh.
Would you want to say anything to your husband right now?
Just if he's okay, that I love him and I forgive him.
He's asking where your ring is.
His or
I
mine.
don't know. What ring?
Mine are always in his. It's probably
It's probably his. Where's the ring?
right here.
He's saying, look at that, and that sums up his commitment to you, his eternal love for you.
He used to always say that. We used to talk about death a lot. Like, if we die young, he used to always say, I will never get remarried. And I say, well, don't you want to live now with your, don't you want to, I go, and if you did find another woman, I said, just make sure they're good to the kids. And he would tell me, he goes, why? He goes, I have your mother and I have your sister. I don't need any other good women.
He meant it.
He was so, he says, I will never get remarried. He's like, you're my soulmate.
Now, I don't know what your future holds, and I believe you create your future in terms of whether or not you end up in another relationship, okay? We don't need to talk about that right now. But what you need to know is he's never leaving you, okay? And so you just need to keep his memory alive. Don't hide pictures because you're trying to protect your children. Talk about it. Cry, laugh, anything. Because that's the greatest gift you can give a soul, is to honor their memory.
Yeah.
Okay?
Kim, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Kim, I know this loss is recent to you, so obviously there's a greater struggle than some of the other people we've talked to this morning, but it has to give you comfort, I'm guessing, to hear some of these stories you didn't share with anybody here
No.
about the training wheels or...
No, and she just hit everything in the spot.
Yeah.
It was just shocked, and what she said out there, completely shocked, because no one knew what you said out. No one knew that. And it was just, everyone used to call us the Brady Bunch because we were so connected. Me and my husband were so connected. We loved each other so much. Everyone always used to say, God, if I could just find a husband like yours, or I mean, we were just so connected, and I just felt like when he died, I died along with him. But I have to live on because of our kid.
And that is true to a certain degree. And the message he's here to say is, you want to walking out of here today feeling reconnected. It's a new normal, right? You're reinventing the relationship and how you connect, but he is there, and I would be the first to tell you if I wasn't picking up on him and he wasn't there. Because there are times with a recent death,
Yeah.
we cannot contact their soul. It's too soon, or they're just unavailable. And not in this case. So you are in good hands with him, but you just need to make space and meet him halfway through prayer and meditation.
All right. God, you hit the nail on the spot when you said he didn't believe in